Hi, welcome to Maction Planet. I'm Mac, and today we're at Hanazono Shrine, Suga Shrine, Namioke Inari Shrine, Tomioka Hachimangu, and Otori Jinja for Tori no Ichi 2019. So we've emerged outside exit E2 of Shinjuku Sanchoma Station. This is the first time that I've come during the day to one of the Tori no Ichi shrines. And so it's quite nice to actually have the space to wander around and check things out, because come the evening, things get very insane. So what is actually going on at Tori no Ichi? Well, in Japan we have Zodiac, just like they do in China. We have some changes in the animals between the two countries. So for example, this year is the year of the pig in China, while in Japan it's the year of the wild boar. Now, not only the years have zodiac animals attached to them, but so do days. So you can imagine that in November, which is a month which has 30 days, there are going to be either 2 or 3 days of the bird or the rooster. And this year, those days fall on the 8th and the 20th of November. So on those 2 days, at shrines which have associations with either the bird or the eagle, then we have this market, but we sell these lucky rakes, these kumade, which businesses buy, symbolizing literally raking it in. So we've taken a journey here to the very front of the honden itself, and you can see here people giving all of their donations and the shrine officials literally raking it in. It's just coming up to 3 o'clock and you can see how busy it is already, and can imagine how busy things are going to get at night time. These are the ema at Hanazono. So ema means votive tablet, but the 2 kanji which make up the word ema mean picture of a horse, and this all stems back to the belief that the gods come down from heavens to the earth on horseback. So the holiest thing you could do was donate a horse to a shrine, and for poor people that was a model of a horse to a shrine, which then became a picture of a horse. Then they evolved into kind of pictures of the things that you wished for. So for example, if you wish for a divorce, you would take a much larger plank of wood of this shape to your local artist, and he would draw some nettles and rose thorns to symbolize the prickliness of the relationship. And now these things have evolved into pictures to do with the shrine itself or the time of year. So here we have a picture of the honden at the top of the steps with these inoshishi, these wild boar, because it is the year of the wild boar in Japan. And there is an Inari shrine here as well. So of course we have the characteristic foxes and multiple shrine gates of the Inari. One of the aspects of the Tori no Ichi is that you return last year's kumade to the shrine and then purchase a new one. My personal Tori no Ichi and kumade journey began in 2017. I set up the Maction Planet website and launched it on the 20th of February 2017. So come November that year, it was appropriate for me to come and to purchase one of these kumade. And then I was very honored, thanks to the support of all our incredible guests. 2018 was very successful, so November 2018, it was time to actually come here to Hanazono Shrine in Shinjuku to purchase a larger kumade, and that's again what I'm going to be doing in 2019. But where? I don't know. This gentleman just putting the finishing touches to a Kumade. Very good. This is Kewpie, famous mascot of the Kewpie Mayonnaise Company, and he's decided to go a bit off-piste. These festivals are also famous for their street food. And over here we have some Kobe beef. Some Swarovski crystal Kumade. Kira kira. With Frozen 2 coming out, this one will make you popular with the kids. This Kumade's found an interesting home next to some lobster. Almost all of these Kumade up here are for different branches of Umegaoka Sushi no Midori. There's the Akasaka branch, down here is the Nihonbashi branch, the Shibuya branch, up here is the Ginza branch, and here the Honkan. So business has been doing well. The Shibuya one has become very famous amongst foreigners, and clearly that means that they can afford a small fortune in Kumade. This Kumade here has cost this gentleman 30 man yen, which is about $3,000. A few extra claps there just for good luck. Some very animal themed Kumade here. And one of my favorites that I've seen so far, with the Fukuro, the owl, which is a very auspicious symbol. It's very appropriate that we have a stall selling darama here because of their associations with goal setting, which is going to be a key part of all of these companies achieving business success for next year. This cat is just having the time of its life as it seems to have caught a massive tuna. So they come in all different shapes and sizes. And this one's requiring a team of 3 to transport. It's not a game of mine, it's bigger than yours, but if it is, this guy's won. Taban ichiban no kino. Omedetou gozaimasu. So now we're off on the Marunouchi line. A couple of stops from Hanazono and from Shinjuku Sanchome to Yotsuya Sanchome. We're in the back streets of Yotsuya now. Helpful sign. You see these signs on these electricity masts all over the city, telling us to turn down here. And I think those lanterns up there are our destination. Any doubts that this is our destination have been assuaged by listening to some Sambong Jime. And these beautiful lanterns outside. So approaching the Suga Shrine through the main shrine gate. You can see the Shimanawa, the sacred Shinto rope, hanging there. And then on each side we have the komainu. One with the mouth open, one with the mouth closed. The A-un, the beginning and the end. On the left we have the kagura, the performance stage. There's actually going to be a performance here at 7 p.m. tonight. The office for the omikuji. And then the honden, the main shrine building up ahead. Very beautiful shrine building. And here on the left, you have all the stalls selling the Kumade. So given that this is a much more local affair than Hanazono, hello, then you don't have some of the super-sized ones, probably reflective of the size, the relative size of businesses that are going to be operating in this area versus around Shinjuku. So, matarainen, see you next year, as this just gentleman goes off to another year of business success. That was the end of the 4:30 jingle. So a lot of different wards around Tokyo, they have their jingle which plays at 4:30 or 5 o'clock. This is where the omikoshi, the portable shrine, is kept. This here is the container, slightly smaller in scale to what we saw at Hanazono for last year's amulets. People of all ages enjoy these festivals and the festival food. Interesting conversation going on here between the staff and these customers who are learning about the different significance of different elements of the Kumade, including, for example, the colors. So yellow symbolizing, of course, riches, because connection to gold, and purple symbolizing, you know, getting rid of evil, getting rid of bad fortune. And another important thing that this lady has flagged is that you shouldn't go backwards. So you should be starting off small and then working your way up to these bigger ones here. Going backwards is a bad sign. Everyone can take part in the Sambong Jime, even if you're very young. Definitely a lot friendlier atmosphere at a smaller shrine like this than at the commercial center that is Hanazono. Suga Shrine is a really fairly, you know, nondescript-ish local shrine, of course famous for having the portraits of the 36 immortals of poetry on the walls of the Honden, but it gained international acclaim for being featured in the blockbuster anime Your Name, and as a result it has become, you know, sort of a smaller version of Kandamyojin, with people doing some amazing pieces of art on the Emma here. Here he is, a gentleman, a god, very associated with the Tori no Ichi and very associated with business. This is Daikokten, and when he smacks his hammer, money appears in his sack. Legend. It's 5 o'clock. Had a fantastic time here at Suga Shrine, and now it is off for further adventures and further Tori no Ichi around Tokyo. We continue. So we've just taken the train from Yosuya Sanchome, from the Suga Shrine, and now we're at Tsukiji, which many people around the world know as the home of the world famous Tsukiji fish market. And so we're on our way to Namioke Inari Shrine, the third stop on our Tori no Ichi crawl. But there are worse places to walk through than having to pass by the courtyard of the magnificent Tsukiji Honganji temple. This is a Buddhist temple, belongs to the Jodo Shinshu sect, and it is, look at this, It is a beautiful structure. So I'm walking through the edges here of the Tsukiji outer market. Or I should say technically the former Tsukiji outer market, because outer implies the inner market, and the inner market moved last year to Toyosu. Up ahead is the destination, Namioke Inari Shrine. Tori no Ichi banners flapping around in the wind. And here we've got old amulets from last year. The lanterns and the Tori gate. This shrine is famous for its 2 giant lion heads. There used to be more, but these are the only 2 that managed to survive. This here is the male, and this is the female. You can tell it's a female because of her black teeth, so this was something that was done in former times as a sign of beauty. Business has been good for these guys. Here are a couple of Kumade featuring the okame, and I've got to say, not a motif I'm especially a fan of. So all of the Kumade I've purchased so far have not featured the okame. This gentleman's just adding the finishing touches to a Kumade. Omedeto. So different system here at Namioka Inari. They kind of wait until they've got a few different Kumade and then do everybody in a batch. This gentleman's ready. Hey. What? Yeah, Matarainen, and see you next year. So I saw these guys getting their Kumade earlier, and what they do is they bring the one from the previous year and they go and they compare the sizes to make sure that they are not smaller, because that's very, very important, that concept of not going backwards as a business. And then after they're satisfied that the new one is bigger than the previous one, then they bring these ones and they put them here. Look at this one, spectacular. I wouldn't even like to guess what this one costs, but they are a lot more than you may expect watching this. Look at this. This even has a ceramic dragon attached to it, and these gold 10,000 yen notes. Behind these gates is where the much beloved Tsukiji Inner Market used to be. So it's goodbye to the incredible back streets of Tsukiji and off to our next location. So this is our destination over here, the Tomioka Hachimangu, one of the most historic shrines in Tokyo. And those lanterns at the top of the Tori say, reading from right to left, the Fukagawa Tori no Ichi. Here is the magnificent main shrine building, the Honden. And these people all lined up to pray, to wish for luck and happiness and business success for 2020. This here is the entrance to the Fukagawa Otori Jinja. Which is what that says on that lantern. Absolutely love this piece by the artist Goma. It's called it the Goldfish Geisha. Magnificent. I was very honored to be here last year when Goma live painted a very special, very old school large Emma with the design of an Inoshishi, the wild boar, which of course is the zodiac animal for this year in Japan. Watching Goma work, creating this masterpiece, was incredible experience. This is the main event, the tunnel of Tori no Ichi and Kumade vendors at Tomioka Hachimangu. So let's go and check it out. Kabushiki Kaisha Tosuiko have had a great year and they expect to have another good one coming up, and that's why their Kumade is magnificent. There is so much Japanese iconography wrapped up in these things. At the top you can see the pine, the matsu, and then the plum, and then of course the bottom here is made of bamboo, and when the three of them are together, that's considered super auspicious. And the plum itself is red and white, kohaku, which is considered a very lucky combination of colors. We've got the two lion dogs. Remember the Rugby World Cup mascots, Renji, were kind of based on these guys, the komainu and the shishi, so very, very lucky, you know, in Okinawa. We put them on the roofs of houses for protection. The okame, peeking at the back. Some traditional sake barrels. These tai here, the king of fish. Ebisu, one of the 7 gods of fortune, carries one, but also obviously medetai is a play on omedetai, omedeton meaning congratulations, and that's just really the tip of the iceberg. At the back here we've got a daruma. Remember, paint one eye to begin your goal, and then you colour in the other one when you've fully achieved it. It really is an absolutely magnificent place. Full of stories and legends. Here's one. This is the map-making legend himself, Ino Tadataka. Looking very stern, which you would be, I think, if you had to walk around the country making a map for the shogun. Looking forward to next year, the year of the mouse. Omedetou. Ah, subarashi. Okay, Rainen ganbare. Arigatou gozaimasu. It's been really wonderful this year to come to some of these smaller, more local shrines. Very peaceful, and to experience a different side of Tori no Ichi. The finishing touches just being put to a very large okina. Look at that. The Sambon Jima has a really deep origin behind it, which is very, very interesting. So 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 in Japanese is ku, and ku also means suffering. So if we take the kanji for the number 9 and we put a slash through it, then we get the kanji for maru, which is a circle or symbolizing eternity, infinity, and perfection. So the extra clap on the Sambon Jime turns suffering into perfection, and that, I think, is wonderful. Right on cue. We continue. From this gentleman, I've picked up an imagawayaki. That's all from Tomioka Hachimangu. We're off to our next destination. So I've just come out of Iriya station, exit 4. We're off to where it all began, the original Otori Jinja. The police presence out in force, not quite Shibuya Halloween levels, but nonetheless, got to keep the crowds under control. The police routing people around, closing off certain pedestrian crossings, and forcing us to head up this street here. This Kumade I'm following is very, very special. Look at these, a family of owls here. The company Test Engineering. Over here you can see the date, Heisei 11 nen. Magnificent. So I'm walking up to head into the shrine itself, but if you're wanting to pray there, then look at this. So people are dropping in their old amulets and being blessed by the shrine officials here. So this is the entrance to the Otori Jinja, and down below you can see Asahi Beer, who of course have their headquarters in Asakusa. A phenomenal collection of auspicious symbols on this Kumade here. Got a phenomenal collection of auspicious symbols on this Kumade here. You've got a Darama, a Maneki Neko, the Okame, the boat for the 7 gods of fortune, and at the front you've got Daikokuten and Ebisu, you've got the Shimenawa, Tai, the sea bream, you've got bamboo, pine, plum blossom, all together, koi at the top right there, and much, much more. I came to Otori Jinja for my first Tori no Ichi, and so it seemed appropriate that on this crawl we had to come and revisit. And it's a truly incredible atmosphere. So packed with people. Lines from both sides of the main entrance if you want to pray at the Honden. It's just absolutely crazy. Check this out. We are in. Lots of hangjaws there, wishes for business success. Oh, now this is a nice one. Well, we're working up to this. We're working up to that one. Maybe the year after next.
SP の SP ごっこして。
Wow, look at this thing. Magnificent. In Ryogoku, you see this tower. The drumming that accompanies the end of the day's sumo wrestling takes place at the top of this tower. Very unique and very impressive. I was joking about this earlier. I distinctly remember from 2 years ago Sanrio having this epic. So this is on the left says Sanrio, on the right says Sanrio Puroland, the theme park out west of central Tokyo. All their most famous characters. Including in the top right, Hello Kitty dressed as a panda. Appropriate given how close we are to Ueno, which has the baby panda. This one belongs to Botres Edogawa. Super cute. It's not a competition, but if it is, this one absolutely wins. Look at this thing. Magnificent. The shrine's own Kumade. Tough to capture the scale of this thing. This runs 24 hours. Here's where that long line leads to the main shrine building. I mean, given that enthusiasm, why wouldn't you buy yours here? This one up here is a very religious focused one. Lots and lots of mikoshi, pagoda, and then the Fujin and the Raijin, the god of wind and the god of thunder. The scale of Otori Jinja's Tori no Ichi just puts everyone else to shame. They say these Kumade are going to help you rake it in. And that's literally been the case for these guys. The shrine is running a Tori no Ichi quiz. Pretty straightforward question. And we're going to be putting an entry into the box here. And I'm looking forward to winning. On the outskirts of the shrine, you've got what has to be one of Tokyo's biggest street food markets. This is my favorite, yakisoba. Extremely pimped out Kumade here. Even in the heart of the Tori no Ichi, you can't escape Tokyo's tapioca boom. This stuff really is everywhere right now in the world's greatest metropolis. If you love cats and dogs, then this is definitely the stall for you. I've finally found the Kumade I was looking for. They're just stickering it up for me now. Here it is, an upgrade over last year's. Look at it, magnificent. All 7 gods of fortune, and the Maneki Neko with the left arm up, indicating guests, and all sorts of other auspicious symbols. We've got the Kohaku plum, and we've got the Daikokuten hammer, and I couldn't be happier with the way that went. More pimping is taking place. Here it is up close. Very excited right now, just waiting for Maction Planet to be written on the little banner to go in the Kumade. Fantastic. Look at that, Maction Planet Kumade for 2020, the Tokyo Olympic year. We continue. With the job done, it's time to sign off from the 2019 Tori no Ichi. Looking forward very much to 2020 and the adventures that may bring. Until then, we continue.